Today, Matt in Syracuse, New York says hello. Matthew, your turn. How are you, pal? What do you have, Matt?
Hey, doggy, doing great. I got my Johnson & Johnson shot, and I'm going to Citi Field tomorrow night watching the Red Sox. So that's all.
Well, you got the one shot. You did the Johnson & Johnson, so good for you. You didn't get spooked out by their issue there, their pause. It's only 66%, but so be it. Well done with the Johnson & Johnson, and you're going to Citi Field tomorrow for the Red Sox. So you get a doubleheader there. Well, you don't get a doubleheader, but you get the Red Sox and the Mets. Nice job there, Matt. Mets, of course, been a little up and down. Red Sox sort of come back to earth. What else is on your mind today? Let me hear.
You know, Dog, I was thinking about this. Have you ever read any of the Robert Caro books on LBJ?
Yes, I
don't know
have.
if you ever got into that.
I have. I've read them.
Yeah, I'm reading the one, it's Passage to Power, where he's VP. It's taken a while, but, I mean, fantastic. I find him so down the middle on everything with, there's one chapter where you think the Kennedys are SOBs, and then you think Johnson's
he does a good job. I agree with that. I think I think it's a 3-volume set. I don't know if I read all 3. I definitely read the one where Kennedy was assassinated, the second one. I don't remember how much I read in the first one, but, Johnson was a very good, he knew how to get things done. He was a very good legislator from Texas. And then, of course, with that combination, he knew how to shake hands and get deals done. He was a very good politician. And then he takes over for Kennedy, and he was, the mood of the country was, well, we have to do what JFK wanted to do because he was a very painful time with his assassination. And you put Johnson as the president, who had the will to, basically twist arms when he wanted to twist arms and twist them properly, and the emotional tug of JFK's death. And that's why he got all those bills passed, the Civil Rights Bill and all those things that he did there in 1963-64. He had a very successful presidency, very successful into Vietnam, and that ruined him to no end. But the first couple of years there before Vietnam reared its ugly head, from November 63 right up until probably the end of 65, he had a very, very successful presidency. Go ahead. What else?
Caro also pointed out that the Kennedy people have rewritten a lot of their side of history. So I think Caro kind of gives the Johnson side. And
that's a good point, too.
The Kennedys were not that, how JFK's legislative plan was not very well thought out. He pointed out that civil rights is not going to go very far.
Good point. I do think there is some of that, and I do think the Kennedys hated Johnson. Robert hated him, and I think that they always painted Johnson as this buffoon from Texas, and that really bothered him and irritated Johnson. So as a result, he went in there and he basically said, "Robert, get the hell out. You're not going to work for me." And there was a big discord there. And all the Kennedy people, Larry O'Brien, all those Kennedy, there was a lot of Kennedy do-gooders, and they all, a lot of them hated Johnson. So, and Johnson didn't do him any favors because, he got himself elected right away. He made sure he took the oath in the plane. I mean, he was very, very quick to make sure that he was the president. The body was not even warm yet. It was not even cold yet. And he was raising his hand. He got the Justice of Peace to go into the Air Force One. A lot of interesting stuff there with LBJ. Let's continue with calls. Here's Bill in Pennsylvania.